You say you use protection and you use morning after and you still got pregnant? How? I'm going to be charged. Why was I so careless? Yet I had used a protection. I had even went as far as to take morning after pills, and still I got pregnant. Molweni zithandwa, welcome to my channel. First things first, let us thank God for bringing us through another week. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Igama lami nguBabalwa. You can call me Babes, and definitely Babs. Please do join us and subscribe to this channel and become part of our virtual family. We would love to have you here. And to Ama return, thank you guys for coming back to yet another video. I appreciate you guys so much. Okay guys, so today I am going to be talking to you about how I got pregnant. Okay, so let us start with saying, if you are a sensitive viewer or a sensitive listener, then this video is not for you. And also, if you think I am talking about you, I'm definitely not talking about you. Okay, so how did it all begin? Okay, so 2010, that's when it all began. I was at school. I was studying at CPUT Bellville campus, and then that time it was school holiday, so I hadn't gone home, and I was like, no money, I don't want to go home and go get bored in Israel. So no, I want to stay at campus. And also we were working at the IT center, so 60% of what you're going to earn goes to pay your fees, and then you get 40%. So I wanted to earn a little bit of money. Okay, so as we were at campus, I saw this guy before the school closed. Okay, so I saw this guy and I was like, okay, this guy is like quite cute, you know. And then anyway, he was not my type because he was skinny, and I'm like, no, I don't like skinny guys. But look where we are now. So anyway, it happened that we crossed paths a couple of times, and later on, we actually got to chat and all of that, and then we started dating. At that time, I'm thinking that because this guy, I normally see him on campus, and I'm thinking, okay, he's probably studying here on campus. Okay, so what happened is, when the day came that we finally did the deed, you know, he came over and he slept at my room, because we were staying at Res. Firstly, I don't know where he stays. I normally see him on campus, and so I was like, okay, fine, you know. So he came to my room and we got busy, and then in the morning, okay, we're like, okay, you know, morning glory, and that's when all the ish happened. So what had happened is, we use protection, right? And then what happened is that when the deed was over, and it's like, something's wrong. And I'm like, what is it? And I'm like, because I see that the condom was empty. And I'm like, oh, so you didn't come? They're like, no, I did. They're like, where are you, you know? And then he's like, no, I don't know. And hey, I remember I had a funny feeling. I had some funny thing happening inside my body that time, and I couldn't understand what's going on. Anyway, so like now we were having this this discussion of, no man, you didn't come. And he's like, no, I did. And I'm like, where is your sperms and all of this? Like, no, I don't know. I mean, you know. So we literally like had to take the condom and like literally like look and see what's happening, because now he's saying that and I'm saying this. And right at the tip of the condom, there was a small hole as little as a needle. And then we were like, oh no, because how else, you know? I'm like, oh, okay. But to be on the safe side, I was like, okay, no, what I'm going to do, I'm going to town with my friend Utlale. We were going to Claremont. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a morning after. I get fine. We took a taxi and then we got off in Mowbray. Right at the, I think there by the robots in Mowbray, there was a chemist there. I'm not sure if it's still there, but there was a chemist there in 2010. There was a chemist there. Okay. So what happened is I went to the chemist and then I told them that I want to get morning after pills. And then they told me, okay, when did that did happen? And I'm like, about 4 hours ago. And they're like, okay, because remember, you must drink within 72 days. Okay, so, and they told me, okay, these pills are new in the market. I was like, okay, you know, I mean, they wouldn't be giving us something that is not, you know. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking them. So anyway, I took them. So with my friend, I'm like, first thing I want to do, I want to take these pills and then I want to get it over and done with. So fine, we continued to go to Claremont where we were going. And then I noticed, I am a paranoid person. Like, I will overthink things and I will want to get to the bottom of things. And I don't know, but I just had a funny feeling. And I'm like, Then my periods, right? They weren't consistent. Like, if I'm supposed to be in my periods on the 15th, I'll get them on the 15th. No, because I was on an injection for quite a long time. So for some time I wasn't on my periods, and then when I did get my periods, it would come on random dates. So so I didn't get my period, and I was like, okay, maybe they're still coming. And then my periods didn't come, and then I was like, let's buy a pregnancy test. Okay, I went to go buy a pregnancy test, and it came back with 2 lines, one faint and the other one dark. And I'm like thinking, no, maybe this is negative. Come on, it can't be, because it must be, they must both be dark. And I'm like, And then my friend is like, no man, but it says here in the package that. I'm like, no, can't be, you know. So, and then she decided, okay, no, I think I must go to the clinic. And then I went to the clinic because there was a clinic at Tertiary. So fine, I went to the clinic, and then they confirmed that I'm pregnant. I don't even know where this guy stays. The only thing I know is his name and surname, Baba Lwa. Anyway, so okay, so I tell the guy, listen, this is what's happening. And I think what was going through my mind is like, I'm going to be charged. Why was I so careless? Yet I had used a protection. I had even went as far as to take morning after pills, and still I got pregnant. Okay, fine. And then the guy's like, and then I told him, good to know, listen, I want to abort. And he's like, no, you're not gonna do that. No, you're not gonna do that. Blah 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 blah. I can't do that. It's against the will of God. And I'm like, yeah, listen, I'm gonna pray, and God is gonna forgive me. Like, I don't want a baby. I'm not ready for one. You know. 2 days later, his baby mama, apparently he had another child already. His baby mama called me, and they were just swearing me. Remind you, I've just experienced this. I'm still going through this, and now it's them calling me, hey, are you going to raise that child alone? This, that, you know? So I'm thinking, yo. So anyway, I go to my aunt's Egobuletu. So I happen to tell Goti, listen, this is the situation, and I want to abort. I don't know what made me tell my aunt, because I was so frustrated. I was so stressed at the same time, because now what am I going to say? I am the only girl, I'm the only girl, and I am the firstborn out of the 3 children. Okay, wow. And she's like, no, don't do it. And I was like, no, I'm not ready. Like, I seriously am not ready. And how it happened, you know, how am I going to explain how this whole thing happened? And she's like, no, don't do it. One day, you know, when you want a child, you will end up not having a child, or when you desperately want a child, then you find out, you know, that was your last egg or whatever. And at that time, I'm like thinking, I do not care. I don't want. I am not ready to have a child. Okay, so I went back to tertiary, and I was like, Sana, I'm not. I can't. Yeah, but the issue now is, my aunt went to tell my other aunt. Then that other aunt, Kasana, spread the news. Wow, like, okay. And then I went home because my grandmother had passed away from my father's side. And I was sitting, because my mom was, my late mom, was back from London, because she was staying in London. And I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to tell her? Because now the news has spread, but obviously she hasn't received the news. Yeah? So I kept asking her, Yazi, I wish I could tell you something, but I'm not ready. And she would ask Shemu, Mama, what is it? You know, are you in trouble? And I'm like, no. And then ultimately she asked me, if, are you pregnant? I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, how dare she ask me straight up? I denied. I'm like, no, I'm not. And that time, so anyway, she was later told, because at that time we were at Mdantsane at my home, and then we later went to Aidukwa Ezlalini. So I had told my cousin Mamboy, this is what's happening, and like Mamboy was like, yo Bash, because they call me Bash Kai. I was like, yo Bash, yo, you know, because you know, my father was so strict, and everyone was just afraid of how he's going to react. Okay, so and then I saw them at the funeral. After the funeral, as we were eating and people were preparing to leave, and then I saw them talking to my mom, and I was like, damn, I should. And then I think I saw her crying as well, you know. And then later on, she called me, you know, and she's like, I don't know now. And she's like, my mom was so calm. She was the calmest person ever. Like, she wasn't angry, or even if she was angry, she didn't show that she was angry. Okay, and then she talked to me, and like, I don't know how I'm gonna tell your dad, and all of that. The time finally came. So my mom couldn't tell my dad directly. She had to call my brother's dad, the oldest one, to come break the news. He was so shocked. He was so shocked. And I remember, apparently he even said, oh well, the other children her age, you know, have babies now, so I guess it's not a shock. Okay, but he didn't talk to me. He didn't talk to me when I tried to call him, and you know, trying to apologize, and he was like, I don't want to talk to you. That was so heartbreaking, because you know, I'm like, I've disappointed my parents, and you know, in a funny way, I think it would have been different if, you know, I was with the person for some time, you know. It happened over one night, you know. And yeah, when the time came, because my uncles then later asked to go to where does the guy stay and all of that. And so when I told him, I was okay, my uncles want to come for the damages and all of that, I came fine, ran away till today. The one thing though I must say, Ogoti, my son has been my greatest blessing. I'm happy to have him, and I can't imagine my life without him. And when he finally arrived, or when I finally gave birth, he was the blessing of the house. Everyone, you know how babies bring so much joy and happiness to the home. So that's exactly how he was with us, or with the family. And my dad loves him so much, like he loves him so much, as of course is his first grandson. So please believe people that tell you, Kuti, I use the protection and I still use the morning after, because I know Kuti, they were like, you say you use protection and you use morning after and you still got pregnant? How? It does happen. So guys, that is how I got pregnant. That is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do comment down below, subscribe to my channel, like and share. Up until next time guys, God bless.